Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of The Darkness Within 2, the Dark Lineage. We opened the jewelry box and apparently the fact that it was empty wasn't important enough detail. Can I put the Ankh in here? No. Okay, so it's just an empty... I don't know why this was so important, but sure. Okay, so we explored that area. How about here? This... I can't see anything. Okay. Not gonna lie, that I'm like, what is that? Oh, no, I thought I saw something. Really? I can't. Okay. God, it's so bright. There's nothing here. It's the washroom, that's the washroom. Okay, so nothing. So, question, what do I do now? I mean, I have a sledgehammer, so maybe I can take that to the well. Okay. I don't think I can use this here. I need to try something else. Okay, can we examine something from this? Not from this side, but this side, yeah. A strange mechanism. Okay. Thanks for telling me there's a strange mechanism, but can you describe the mechanism in some way? What am I doing? I think I can use this here. Try something else. Okay. I know there's an area off on the left side of the house. That was... Oh yeah, and we're also trying to figure out where the child may be. No. Okay. It could work, we just don't want to stray. Okay, it's just a regular key. So, where is it that I'm going to be missing a key? Okay. What? Was this here? All this started to happen after I looked into that damned black mirror. Did I accidentally summon something in it? I feel like I'm not alone anymore. What? I mean, we were eventually supposed to see this. Why it's so dark in this one area? Lock is broken. Okay. What black mirror are you talking about? Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. Was that supposed to be me? Okay, that was to the... This I will not be able to open. No? Okay, so nothing here. The door that was here before... Was it here? No, no, no. Open. I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing at this point. I'm going around looking at the same things over and over and over again, but... Back in my room, anything? No, just dead plants. So I need a... Apparently there's a weird mechanism to open... I mean, I have to be missing something, right? Nothing there. No. No, can't interact with it. The gate must be here according to the innkeeper. It should be somewhere around here. Okay. So I was supposed to do that. Now, tell me a hint. Search the library carefully. Crouching could be useful to find something on the floor. Okay, so there is something I was missing here. Is this anything? No, that's just a vase. When my grandfather was away, I would often sit here and draw pictures. The way the sun came in through the windows made me feel secure. Okay. Where's that screwdriver? You can pry something. But there's nothing here that I can see to interact with. He just for some reason crouches down. So I'm just like, where did that chair go? So everything's taken on a distinctly creepy tone. Okay, it's enough light in here. They don't need to do that. So, what am I supposed to be doing here? I literally do not know. take a picture? I am at a loss. I mean, he specifically says something about crouching down. I'm so okay, crouched again. Already read this. So what is it that I could be missing? I mean, so far this is the only thing I could interact with. I can still examine it from above, though. Unless it's talking about that jar there, which I was able to get. Okay. I'm going to look up just to see if I'm on the right trail, because... I mean, I don't know, it's like opening... Crouching... Anything underneath? I don't see anything. Okay. Yeah, because otherwise I'm going to be wandering around for a really long time, unsure what I'm supposed to be doing. The hint, I don't know... Here's the problem, is I don't know if the hint is referring to something that I may have already looked at. Okay. So, hold on a sec while I have a scroll back and see where I may or may not. Okay, so didn't get. So there were a couple of things that I missed. First off, apparently, this is mostly me trying to get rid of stuff from my inventory, but we can fill up the gas in the car. Really? So we still have this gas canister here. I can use this car when I'm ready to leave. But first I better continue to look around here. Okay. So I'm gonna assume we filled it up. And apparently that jewelry box, which I was wondering why it was empty, and Howard was wondering why it was empty. Let's go into Grandma's room. There we go. An envelope I found in the jewelry box. Envelope I found in a secret compartment of the jewelry box. It contains some note written by grandmother. How long is this one? A bit more, quite lengthy, really lengthy. Okay, let's head all the way back. Take a drink of my water here. And there are 6 clues that are most likely going to be hidden clues as well. So, July 11th, 1983. Since I don't have anyone around I can confide in, I've decided to write down some of the things that have begun to gravely concern me about my husband. That's a name? So do we... Nope. Okay. We have some honest and nice maids, but of course I cannot talk with them about everything. The first 2 years of our marriage were great. We lived in a small apartment in downtown Wellsmith, but I soon fell ill. It was nothing serious, but Nathaniel strongly insisted that we followed the advice of the doctors and moved to his house. Actually, I don't know. I want to underline. I'm just going to like underline every single thing I come across. Okay, the house had been empty for a long time, about 18 years I think. It was built by Nathaniel's ancestor and his family line has always lived here. Okay. But he has never been here before and didn't know much about the place. Damn. We learned most of what did know from someone friendly locals of Arkermend, the closest town to this isolated place, but not everyone treated us in a friendly manner there. I always felt a strong hostility towards us, especially from older people. When they looked at me, I felt goosebumps all over my body. Soon I learned the reason for this bizarre animosity. Back then, we didn't have any servants. When Nathaniel went to his study, I was all alone, and what I enjoyed most was going down to Hammond in our car. I loved the old town. It was a strange, mesmerizing aura of long-lost ages and always made me feel like I was in an old medieval village. But the townspeople, not too long after we arrived, I noticed that their attitudes are as old as the town itself. Most of them were highly pessimistic and superstitious. Some shop owners and the innkeepers told me the truth behind their hatred. They hated Nathaniel's family and even hated outsiders like me who weren't part of the same bloodline. They told me the Loreid lineage had always been despised in Arkham, and this contempt was handed down to each new generation. I heard some tales told that family childishly unbelievably, but genuinely frightening tales. When I told Nathaniel about these, he just laughed them off. He said that every uncivilized town has this kind of folklore. He was right, and this should have quelled my concerns, but I still felt that something was deeply wrong, and after a short time, my fears were confirmed. Nathaniel started to change. He started to speak in his dreams with someone named Jediah Loreid, and gradually spent more time in the family tomb. I still don't even have the slightest idea what he was doing in there. I always loathed that building. Just once I went inside, but it creeped me out with all those coffins of dead people, strange carvings and macabre pictures on the wet, mossy walls. At first, I rationalized Nathaniel's new behavior as simply a belated interest in his heritage, because I'd never heard him say anything about his family until then. But then he started to speak about how some Loreids lived in this house under the veil of strange secrecy, how various generations had built and restored the house, even explaining why they built that tomb in the garden. Maybe it sounds strange, but I continue to believe that the changes in him were nothing more than a temporary result of his newfound interest in his family history. I had no choice but to hope that when his interest faded, he would return to his normal self. But soon, the opposite proved true. Okay, Nathaniel started to change. He seems to change after coming to this house. My grandfather's drastic change. Where's the thing? Family tomb. July 18th, 1983. As time passed, Nathaniel became more obsessed with his lineage and its dark secrets. I often saw him in his study, looking out of the window but lost in deep thought. After a few months, he developed some strange habits like sleepwalking and speaking to himself. He also started to correspond with strangers. I never seen the content of the letters, but judging from his reactions when he saw me getting a reply from the mailbox, it's clear there's something very special about them. I tried to... actually... No? I tried to convince him to see a psychiatrist, but he strongly opposed. He said there was nothing wrong with him, that he was just a man investigating his own past. As a Loreid, he said, he was late in taking over his family property, but from now on he would live like a real Loreid. Around that time, our son Williams was born. Despite my concern, it was the happiest time of my life. Nathaniel even seemed to be going back to normal. I remember he smiled at me for the first time since his sudden change. But after that short period of joy, everything turned upside down again. September 7th, 1983. Among the disturbing things Nathaniel began doing in this house, and still does, I hate the strange meetings with his fellow correspondents most. Those who attend are disgusting beyond words. Their looks, their smells, their use of language, they are completely repulsive. These meetings, which no one other than Nathaniel is allowed to attend, started to be arranged when Williams was 5. In secrecy, sometimes they talk for hours. After William's 5th birthday, Nathaniel changed even more drastically. Sometimes he'd mention distant and unusual places, how he wanted to visit them. It became too upsetting for me to even listen to such childish ravings anymore. Like trying to click everything. I know even if I told him to stop, he wouldn't listen to me, for he was not the same person I married anymore. I cursed the meetings for this drastic change in Nathaniel's mood and behavior. The visitors poisoned him with their stupid thoughts and beliefs. September 22nd, 1983. I don't know what to do anymore. 5 days ago, something awful happened. In the dead of night, a stranger with a little boy showed up here. Strangely, he seemed to know Nathaniel. Jacob Armitage told me the same story. Why on earth would someone want to take a child from a stranger? What was so important about this child? They spoke for about 3 hours, and then the man left without the child. Then I learned that the boy was brought here to live with us, an unlawful adoption. I don't remember anything after that. As I collapsed suddenly and needed to be hospitalized, I stayed there under surveillance for 4 days. When they came back, neither the child nor the maids were here anymore. Only Chiak remained their eldest servant. When I asked him about the maids, he said they quit and he didn't know anything about the boy, but I could easily tell he was lying and that he was obligated to do so. I don't know what happened here, but it seemed that something went horribly wrong. Nathaniel doesn't speak with me anymore. He is always silent and seems confused. But I know the boy is still around somewhere. I can hear his screams at night. April 14th, 1987. I haven't written anything in this diary for years. In fact, if it didn't abruptly catch my eye, I wouldn't have even remembered it was here. I am not good with remembering anything anymore. Last year I needed to be hospitalized again, but this one was very serious, I think, and I stayed at the hospital for 3 months. Anyway, finding this diary was a fortunate coincidence, since yesterday Williams visited us. This is the first time he has come home after graduating from college. I can't even remember how many years it has been since he went away. How shameful for mother. But he was not alone. He brought his wife and child, Howard, with him. What a lovely boy he is. It was heartwarming for me to see my grandson. I don't remember exactly when or how often I came or what I did here, but I visited this place before. There's some hazy memories that have started to come back to me. Lately, particularly about coming here, I still don't remember anything in detail. I'm not really sure I want to. Williams hadn't told us even he got married, but this is not unexpected. I was forced to send him to school in Wellsmouth at such a very young age. I didn't want him to leave, but I couldn't let Nathaniel and his friends affect him. I was very happy yesterday, but now I've noticed something I didn't then, and it shakes me. Maybe this is stupid, maybe I am making this up, but I am annoyed by the way Nathaniel looked at Howard. As strange as he acted at times, I'd never seen him like that before. This glint in his eye. He didn't take his eyes off Howard for the longest time. At the time I dismissed it as simple love for his grandchild. That is only logical, of course, but now I suspect it wasn't that at all. That countenance he wore as he gazed on the child, I can tell it was not affectionate pride in Howard, but something solely wicked in nature. That triumphant look actually was diabolical beyond imagination. August 28th, 1985. I can't take this. Nathaniel is no longer even human. He and his disgusting friends are planning something terrible for Howard. I have got to get away from this cursed house. Which I should never have come to in the first place. From the first time I saw it, I felt this house was no good, like something ungodly from the past still lives here. I'm going to escape and go to my son's apartment. I must warn him never to come here anymore. Neither he nor his family. They are speaking about Howard all the time. Some nonsense about summoning him from beyond time. There's nothing but madness here. I will take the shiny metal thing that Nathaniel always hangs around his neck. My grandmother wrote that she took a shiny metal object with her when she tried to escape. I don't know what it is, but I do know it's important to them. I will take it with me so he can't find it. I won't let them do any harm to my son and his family. The question is, where she hid it. Okay, so I have 2 more clues. First year's marriage, great. Much for the house. We learned what we did. I always felt strong hostility towards us. When they looked at me, I felt goosebumps all over my body. Soon I learned the reason for this bizarre animosity. Nathaniel went to study. I was all alone, enjoyed strange mesmerizing. Most were highly pessimistic, superstitious. I discontent. I heard some tales. He said every uncivilized town has its folklore. He was right, should quell my concerns. And has gradually spent more time in the family tomb. On the walls, at first I'm rationalized behavior. But then he started to speak about how some okay, let's try no? Strange sounds, but I believe I had no choice but to hope opposite proved true. Okay. Now here I didn't underline anything. I already tried to underline this, but I'm going to try to convince him to see a psychiatrist. Around time. He is my father, okay? Even seems to go back to normal. Okay. Among disturbing things, those who attend discussing the looks. These meetings, which no other Nathaniel allowed to attend, start to in secrecy when they talk for hours after Willing's 5th birthday. Nathaniel changed even more drastically. I know even if it's sport to stop him. What is this? Okay, I have one more clue to look for. Oh. So my father, just like my grandfather, was now aware of the wicked past of the Loreid family. Okay. Interesting. I don't imagine that there's going to be secrets in this one. I mean, any hidden clues? Knowing Nathaniel looked at Howard, and I already tried that. Bloom's hand. Okay, so this is if we want to just bypass the search. What time is it right now? I actually have to end the set here, it looks like. So, yeah, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. And thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya!